Every zodiac sign is associated with a planet, and Leo is associated with the sun. So, on a metaphorical level, in astrology, anytime a planet or anytime the sun is in Leo, what we've got is a metaphor for a light being shown on something. The sun's movement shines a light on different parts of your chart throughout the year. And because the sun is and Leo is associated with the fifth house in your birth chart, there is a focus on pleasure, doing well, abundance, prosperity, but ultimately the path of happiness. Now, in the summertime, one of the things that comes up sometimes is summertime sadness. And what that is some form of the blues. And it usually comes from an idea or an expectation that we should, on some level, be able to enjoy the summer. Seriously, as human beings, we shouldn't have to work all the freaking time. But yay, capitalism. So the summertime comes and we think in our bones, I should have a break. I should have a vacation. Well, what happens when you are working and struggling and trying to make ends meet and you watch the entire summer go by from inside of a building? It's really frustrating. So there's a lot of big feelings when the sun is in Leo, especially thoughts around our fate, our fortune. You know, during the summertime, at least in the northern hemisphere, we are definitely thinking about how well we are doing in this life, because this is a time when ideally we should be having some sort of a vacation. So anyway, I'm kind of going in a circle today. The moon is in Gemini, which brings a very chatty energy and maybe even a tendency to use more words than we need to or talk into circles. I'm kind of an example of that today, aren't I? Mercury is in Virgo, urging caution to all that we think, do, and say, especially when we have a tendency to overshare, talk too much. You might have a tendency to let the cat out of a bag or spill a secret. So the moon is going to line up exactly with Mars today, which means that our emotions are going to quite possibly compel us into seeking a path of action. But as everybody knows, taking action from an emotional place is usually not the best idea. So if you wake up in the morning full of spit and vinegar, I urge caution for sure. And also in the middle of the day, the sun forms a really helpful angle to Jupiter and Mars, indicating that if we just give it a little bit of time, everything will settle. Everything will start to make sense, or at least what was bugging you in the morning will. And then by the end of the day, the moon joins Jupiter. There's a little bit of a triad happening here. Jupiter represents freedom, freedom of thought, freedom of movement, and also a sense that everything makes sense. Kind of like being able to see the bigger picture. So if you can ride out the big emotions of the morning, you will actually have a great deal of clarity in the evening. So the card for today is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like a young student, really stressing the importance of approaching with curiosity. You know, if we show up with a sword in hand, full of emotions, full of the desire to take action, we're probably going to get in a fight because that's how we showed up, right? But if we show up with curiosity, if we put the sword down, if we're really open and ready to listen and learn, if we talk so people want to listen, if we listen so that people want to talk, we can actually learn something from everybody. So anyway, you know, take caution today. Put your sword down. I'm Erin, I'm Queen Bee Tarot. Thank you for being here. I've got full-length videos on my YouTube channel, lots of stuff to check out. I'll see you next time.